Well, 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 look who's here. It's me. Bless each and every one of you. I hope I even remember how to Periscope. Bless you. I forgot who S217 was. I remember I used to forget even when I was regular. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Deacon Pat. Hey, Cassie. Everybody. Come on. Share the scope. Even though they might be working, let them get ready for the replay. I know I'm a stranger on here, but I'm glad to see all of you. Hey, Deacon Kid, here I am. Deacon Kid be giving me shade about not being on here, but I thank God for being on here. I didn't put my phone on airplane mode, so I hope nobody calls me because your prayers are being answered. At least I'm on here today. Bless you, Cassie, and trying to drop this word as we still. Those of you that started out with me, we are still talking about Joseph. Hey, Pastor Thaddeus, we are still talking about Joseph after a year or so. So is more that we've been talking about this, and I just really need to ask this question. I've been feeling some kind of way today with all of the crazy stuff that's going on in the world. People dying, young people dying, and we're still kind of behind the 8 ball in being ready for what's coming because it's getting ready to get worse. It's getting ready to get worse. Thank y'all for hearts. Let's go back to the hearts. Hey, Sister Amanda. Thank you for the hearts. Let's do the sharing, all that we used to do, because we got to step it up because there's something coming and we got to be ready. So listen, right here, and I didn't check my time so that I can get on here and get off. If you can't finish it, come back and watch the replay. But out of Genesis, the 41st chapter, that's where I left off the last time that I was here. Genesis, the 41st chapter and the 53rd verse, and it reads as follows. And the 7 years of plenteous that was in the land was ended, and the 7 years of dearth or famine began to come, according as Joseph had said. And the famine, if you will, was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, Go unto Joseph, that's key, what he saith to you, do. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouse, that's key, and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. And all the countries came to Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all the land. So bless you, all of you that are here. I haven't been here since 1920. So I'm just grateful that I got anybody listening to me today. So listen, those of you that have not walked through this teaching with me, when I first started on Periscope, some of it's on Facebook. Look at Bishop Greg Davis on my scope. Hey, Bishop Greg Davis, happy birthday. You stay long enough, I'll sing to you. Amen. And so look, Cody, I don't know what you're talking about. So act right on my scope or listen to what I'm talking about or go to somebody else's scope. But anyway, hey, Bishop Greg Davis, happy birthday to you. I think you're 92. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I know you're not 92. Because if you are 92, that makes me 102. Amen. So anyway, hey, Miss Austin. That's right. Bye, trolls. We ain't got time. Y'all wish Bishop Davis a happy birthday. He laughing. But listen, those of you that need to catch up, go to my YouTube channel, Pastor Kim Davis. Go back on my Facebook. I got halfway through this teaching. Been talking about Joseph since he had dreams. This is one of my favorite topics in the world. But listen, I'm going to try and get through here fast because I know I can't keep y'all attention too long. Thank you. That's right. Follow me. We walked through this journey with Joseph over these years. We know, number one, he was a dreamer. We know that his brothers hated him and couldn't speak a word of kindness to him because of his dreams. They hated him not just because of his dreams, but because of the favor of the Father that was upon him. He had that coat right? Y'all remember? They plotted against him. They threw him in the pit. They sold him into slavery. But notice Joseph, he continued to serve in every place that he was, even though he was falsely accused, thrown in the pit, in the prison. And the thing that I noticed again was that he served in excellence. He had to serve in excellence because he was always promoted. He was promoted in the house. He was promoted in jail. He was always promoted. He couldn't have been promoted serving with an attitude and being in a pity party because of all the things that he had been going through. And so in the spite of this, he gets in jail. He is interpreting dreams of people when his dream is not interpreted. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, Deacon Cliff. He's got such a positive attitude that he serves in excellence even in jail. And he serves and interprets the dreams of the baker and the butler. Y'all know the story. And then he's even forgotten. That's all he asked. Just remember me. He was forgotten, but still, when it comes to his appointed time, he is remembered and he gets an opportunity, right? He gets an opportunity. All you need to do is hang in there until your opportunity comes. Because when he got, that's right, Deacon Pat, that's good. When the opportunity comes for him to interpret the dream, for the ultimate dream, it gets him, it shifts his whole status. It shifts his whole place of destiny and purpose, puts him into what was supposed to be in the first place. But here's something you got to understand, that once he gets out, he doesn't stay entangled in what people did to him while he was in his place of adversity. But he gets two sons. He names the one Manasseh, which means God had made me forget my toil in my father's house. I told you, you got to put yourself in a place of forgetfulness and not in a place where you're going to be remembering the things and the people who didn't do you right before you got to your place of opportunity. The next son was named Ephraim, meaning God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. Because y'all remember, God did not even take him out of that place of affliction. He blessed him right there in the place of his affliction. And so Joseph chose to, hey, Elder Lewis, Joseph chose to pick the attitude of forgetfulness and to be fruitful right where he was. So listen, this is important because rather than to be bitter and resentful and vengeful, he chose to be forgetful and fruitful. Would you be able to do that? Are you able to do that? Are you right now still on lockdown? Are you in the pit? Are you in a place where people are jealous of you? Those who should be pushing you and loving you. Are you able to operate in a place of forgetfulness and fruitfulness? Thank you, Lavanita. I'm telling you, he obviously, listen to me, he obviously allowed the lessons that life taught him to keep him in a place that he could be able to go be fruitful in his place of destiny. It's very important. People like to stay in this place of unforgiveness and resentment and being vengeful and because of the things that life have dished them. But I don't know about you, but I choose to operate in a place of forgetfulness and to be fruitful where I am. I'm almost through, so don't y'all leave me. Don't y'all leave me. And he had to be ready. He had to be ready when the opportunity came. He didn't have time to get his attitude together. He had to be ready because when the opportunity came, he utilized all his gifts and his calling and what he had learned in his various stages to prepare him for what he was called to do. He was called to administrate in the time of famine. He was called to administrate in the time of famine. So he immediately, after he told Pharaoh it's going to be 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, we got to get ready for the years of famine. That's what he was telling them. In this time of plenty, we got to get ready for the year of famine, years of famine, because do you know who they're going to have to come to get fed? Do you know that even while we're mad about the president and we are mad about things that are going on in our lives, that they're going to have to come to the church. They're going to have to come for the natural food. They're going to have to come to us for the spiritual food. But will you be willing to feed them when they come? That's the question, because the ones that are going to come are not going to be those that encouraged you in your time of being down. They're not the ones that fed you. They're not the ones that help you. And eventually, you know that you're going to have to feed the ones who actually put you into some of these places of affliction. So that becomes the question. Not only are you going to be, will you be ready, but will you be willing? We got a little more time to get ourselves together. The church got to be ready to stop just having church, but we got to be ready to feed them when they come. Amen. So on tomorrow, y'all know, pray for me that I can be on tomorrow at least twice a week. Are you willing and are you ready? You're going to need some money. You're going to need the right attitude. You're going to need the right spirit to be able to feed them when they come, because some of them going to be your very enemies. So that's it for me today. I pray that y'all were blessed. I pray that y'all going to share it. I pray that you're not, wherever you are, that you are in a place where you're going to be ready when the world comes to us to get the feeding. So bless y'all. I love y'all. We still can possibles. We keep it moving because with God, all things are possible. So y'all want me to sing a real happy birthday to Bishop Davis? Let's go ahead and sing it. You ready, Tone? Let's sing it in harmony. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Come on, Tone. Happy birthday, Bishop Gregory Michael Davis Sr. Happy birthday to you. Yes, we did it. Love y'all. You got that right, Bishop Davis. I love y'all. Enjoy your birthday, Bishop. Love all of you. Bless you.